Hello, I'm Chuck Phillips, South Alabama Home Inspections, and welcome to another edition of Southern Home Talk. I'm still working on my morning coffee, so I'm not quite awake yet. But anyway, hopefully within the next 30 minutes or hour, I'm going to have another load of this ballast brought in. What you're looking at under here by the generator and all under the deck is number 4 size limestone. Some people call this railroad ballast. That's what they use to put along the railroad tracks to stabilize that. And so a few years back, I put around 17 tons of this under my deck to stabilize the soil under here. And this is the right size to use as far as that, especially if it's relatively flat and doesn't have a lot of slope. I am going to use a different size for this side of the house. This is the left side as you face the front door. And this is going to be what they call number 57 limestone. Now, I've got 25 tons of it coming. And you're looking at around 50 feet in length and around 15 feet wide, and I'm hoping to get this poured around 4 to 5 inches thick. Now, one of the biggest reasons why I'm doing this is to provide a better access to my backyard, drivable access, and also to stop some erosion that's going on this side as well. You can see this trench going up right there, and that's from that roof line, water coming down off of it and hitting here, and it's just creating a trench, and it's also washing the soil out from this side of the house as well. And so this is definitely going to be putting up a gutter system, because anytime you have a gutter, you're going to have to maintain that system, and that's going to be kind of hazardous to do at 20 feet or more height. And so this is going to be almost a permanent solution to this issue. And so I've had to have some stumps removed. There's some trees that are on this side that fell during Sally. I've got those stumps ground down. That's what you're seeing. There's a lot of sawdust from that. And I also had some smaller stumps that I had to do myself. You can see this one here. I cut it down as close as I could, drilled some holes in it, and used this product called Stump Out and poured that product in there and put some water in there behind it. And now these stumps will rot underneath this gravel once I get it poured. Also on the other side, you can see this bottom pipe is actually the condensate line for the HVAC system. This is about how far you want to run these away from the foundation, even further if you can. But I am going to reroute this. I've got a mini split system on this side of the house as well, and I've already got the rerouting of that started. That's 1-inch PVC, and so this is all going to go around to even a better permeable area away from the foundation of the home. Anytime you have a lot of water, especially around the foundation, it can create pest issues, and it can even weaken the foundation. And HVAC system can produce around 20 gallons of water a day, so that's quite a bit of moisture going into that location. So anyway, I figured I would just go ahead and let you see what this looks like before the truck gets here. Probably will do a follow-up so you can kind of sort of see how all this turned out. Hopefully he'll be able to dump this as he moves up the hill, which will kind of limit a lot of the labor I'll have to do as far as spreading it out. Now, 25 tons of this is costing me around $1,100, and you can get this brought in smaller loads. And the best place to find these gravel suppliers is by simply Googling gravel supplier and looking for them that way. And also on Facebook Marketplace, there's quite a few of them there. But always use the same precautions like I've said in my other videos. Never pay any upfront money for anything until after they've brought the product and dumped it and done what they said they were going to do. So I hope this has been somewhat informative, guys, and stay tuned for the second part of this. All right, well, this is what it looks like. This is what 25 tons of number 57 limestone looks like. We're looking at a 50-foot run, by 15 feet wide. Of course, it's poured around 12 feet wide because, you know, he just dumped it as he rolled out of here. And so I have plenty left over, which I absolutely will use going around the back side of this deck here to kind of level that out over there. And so really all I need to do now is take a rake and try to make this as even as I possibly can. I probably am going to have to go rent a front end loader, which you can get these little mini front end loaders from Daphne Rental Center in my case. And if you rent them on a Friday, usually you can keep it the whole weekend for a one-day price. And so that's probably what I'm going to have to do, considering how much there is here and the fact that I'm not 30 years old anymore. So my batteries don't last as long as they used to. So I am going to try to spread out some of this with my rake and shovel, but I am going to probably go and rent that so I can get this better situated than what it is. Now, so I got this from C&D Services out of Mobile, and the cost of this was $1,200, and I think that's a pretty fair price considering it's 25 tons. And also, he was kind of reluctant about dropping it on this side because he's fearfully might get stuck. And so I kind of appreciate him taking that risk and doing this, and as it turned out, it worked out okay. So anyway, I may take and put up a few more pictures after it's completely done, so you can kind of sort of take a look at that. Thanks for watching, guys.